Okay, Kirk Reed with Werewolf Welding coming at you again this afternoon. This is in reference to the product review of the Weldmark AC 200 TIG welder that I promised earlier. I've actually been out here playing with it now for about 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. And at this point in time, I could not recommend it. There are a few things that I like that are pluses. There are a whole lot of minuses, and an even larger amount of just blah. Okay, pluses. The packaging is great. Comes in a heavy box. It has a complete styrofoam clamshell in it. There are corner protectors on it. So this thing probably could get dropped off a truck and not hurt. The next good thing about it, it comes with a 10-foot gas hose. Most of your other cheaper welders come with a 6-foot to 8-foot gas hose, so the little added length is convenient. The power cord on it is 8 foot long. There again, most of the other cheaper ones are about 6 foot long. It does have an SSC style foot pedal with it, but once you get it, you'll realize even though it looks like an SSC, it does not perform like an SSC. It is very rough, shall we say. You can feel the gears in it meshing, and not in a good way. Maybe 100 hours down the line of use, they will loosen up, and it might work good. As of right now, it's not what I want it to be. The ground clamp for it seems adequate for the 200 amps. The cable on it is very suspect. It looks light. The stinger that they give you for stick welding, it's one of the lightest ones I've ever seen. I would not even try to stick weld with it. Don't know why they give it to you, but I guess some people will use it. It has an air-cooled number 17 torch with it. The torch is a very cheap torch. It has a vinyl gas hose, not a rubber like a lot of them do. Definitely nowhere along the quality of the CK Worldwide that you get with some of the other cheap machines. It's 12.5 foot long, which is pretty standard. Now I've welded with this thing. I've burned about 3 pounds of ER70 S2 and about 2 pounds of 4043 aluminum. Both of them in 1/16 diameter, so yeah, that was a lot of rod pushing. Trying to find something I like about it. The arc, doesn't matter whether it's AC or DC, when you first go to strike the arc, engage the foot pedal, if you're not within the proper distance, it'll flash and then just extinguish itself. No welding. So you've got to watch your distance to the work very closely when you're starting. It likes a longer arc than I like. When you're actually welding, which causes the puddle to spread out more than you want, putting undue heat into the part that you really don't want. This thing is AC/DC, as I said. It is also pulse for each one. It says you can adjust it from 0 to 150. Yeah, don't believe it. It only went up to 85. Doesn't matter what I did, 85 was the maximum. Did it run good on that? No. Quite truthfully, I would probably never use this machine on anything other than straight DC or straight AC. Now, for the AC, it does have an auto balance function. Trying to fool with the balance adjustment on this, I found, was useless. It either went from being too much cleaning to absolutely no cleaning whatsoever, and there was no happy medium. So I went ahead and kicked it down to auto balance. Auto balance seemed to do okay, but there again, why buy a machine that has these additional options if the options are unusable, don't work? Maybe it's just because I got a lemon from the factory, I don't know. I will be calling the salesman, telling him I want either another one right away, or I want him to pick this one up and I want a refund. If he chooses to bring me another one, if it doesn't work any better than this one, he will be giving me a refund. That I can guarantee you. Now, as far as price point, these things list for $1,049. So they're not cheap. Yeah, if you look around, you can probably get one for $900, $950 maybe. This one they actually sold me for $975. So it wasn't a good deal, but it wasn't a bad deal if it would have been what they said it was. It's not. With that being said, I'm going to take a second, show you a shot of the front of the machine, then tell you to stay away from it, and hopefully we'll move on. I can tell you for about $100 to $150 cheaper, you can buy a prime weld TIG 225. It'll weld circles around this one. Or if you want something a little nicer, buy a prime weld 325. That's my main go-to machine for TIG welding. Love it. I would put it up against the Millers or the Lincolns any day of the week, and I actually do. Just please stay away from the Weldmark. Here's a quick cutaway to the Weldmark machine. Okay, now that you've seen it, yeah, it's a piece of junk. I was going to show welding with it, but it's not even worth doing that. Every amount that I welded with it was just so-so. I would literally group this in the $500 to $600 welder range, if that. There's lots of cheap Chinese ones out there that are pretty much equivalent at a whole lot less money. So like I said, just go with the Prime Weld 225. Do yourself a favor. Or save up a little more money, go with the 325, and you'll probably have it for life and never need a bigger machine whatsoever. That's my review of this piece of garbage. Thanks a lot. I hope it helps out.